Hey everybody, this is a continuation of Lawful versus Legal. This is in regards to the federal government. Man and woman are sovereign. What most people don't realize is the Constitution of the United States and the constitutions of the states set up rules for the governments. They don't give the people rights. They set up the rules and laws of the governments on what their functions are. Any violations of these functions are unlawful. The United States government only has authority within 10 square miles of Washington, D.C. Period. The laws only apply to employees. They have no authority in the states. That authority was given to the states to write their own constitutions, which they did. The United States Constitution, Section 8, powers of Congress to exercise exclusive legislation in all cases whatsoever over such district not exceeding 10 square miles or 10 miles square. That's the District of Columbia, D.C. They don't have any authority outside of 10 square miles of Washington, D.C., as may, by cessation of particular states and the acceptance of Congress, become the seat of the government of the United States, which is Washington, D.C., and to exercise like authority over all places purchased by the consent of the legislature of the state in which the same shall be for the erection of forts, magazines, arsenals, dockyards, and other needful buildings, i.e., federal lands and buildings, and to make all laws which shall be necessary and proper for carrying into execution the foregoing powers and all other powers vested by this Constitution in the government of the United States or in any department or officer thereof. So these are rules, their rules and laws only apply to the government and any department or officer thereof. Period. You are a corporation. The judges, police officers, and prosecutors are public servants. What they have done is given themselves the illusion that they have power over you. That's why the judge sits above everyone. They do not. You have the power over them, just nobody ever questions this because they have been programmed. They have programmed us since birth to obey. The order of power is God created man and woman. Man and woman created the government, which in Latin, govern is Latin for control. Ment is mind. So the government was created to control the mind. Government, i.e., the legal society, created codes, acts, and statutes to rule over corporations. You became a corporation when you were born with a birth certificate sent to the state. When you receive it back from the state, it's in all capital letters. Same thing with your driver's license and all your bills. John Thomas Long. Pull it out and look at it. What the courts are doing is playing a game of Monopoly. You go into court as the hat, which is the title, defendant, sovereign, or whatever on the Monopoly board, not as a man or woman. Your hat lands on the go to jail spot. Your hat goes to jail, not the player, man or woman. The city, county, and state are for profit corporations. There is no city of, county of, state of. that will come and testify. They're fictions. It's like McDonald's telling me I can't eat at Burger King. There is no CIA. There is no FBI. There is no IRS. There are only men and women who sometimes act as agents of these fictions. The men and women who operate the courts are using their illusion of power to generate money. Legal works on assumptions, presumptions, opinions, and theories. Lawful works on facts and evidence. The legal society can't break the law to enforce a legal act, code, or statute. These are claims for injury and harm. When a man or woman who sometimes acts as a police officer, judge, or prosecutor breaks the law, the man or woman has a claim against that police officer, judge, or prosecutor for injury or harm done in his lands, goods, person, or reputation, i.e., assault and battery, unlawful detainment, jail, extortion, threatening you with jail unless you give them money. That's extortion. And barratry, using the legal system to collect money. The right to a trial by jury is in all the constitutions, and thus, when you are harmed by a man or woman who sometimes acts as a police officer, you can file a claim against them as a man or woman for harm done to your lands, goods, person, or reputation because they are acting outside the scope of the individual state constitutions. All the constitutions are pretty much, the state's constitutions are pretty much written in the same language. There's a few little word changes, but most of them have in that, and I did that in the previous video, that the courts are open for harm done to your lands, goods, person, or reputation, right? So when they're acting outside of the scope of that, um, the Constitution, they are breaking the law. I had the IRS send me a letter saying I owed them like 80,000 fucking dollars, and so I sent them a certified letter. Greetings to the man, Sean P. Franklin, who sometimes acts as an appeals team manager. It has come to my attention that I, the man, John T. Long, owe a debt. I do not understand the legal language. So I take to you notice of law for remedy to prevent any trespass by you, a man. I believe this claim of debt is in regard to property of I, entitled due process levy. So what they did is they sent me a certified letter saying they were going to levy my property because I owe them taxes, which is bullshit. Those are taxes are voluntary because they only have authority within 10 square miles of Washington, D.C. How are they going to come out of that jurisdiction and try to extort money out of me? I state, who are you to bring forth a controversy by way of threat or of barratry, debt, extortion, theft, and collection action? Is it your intent to trespass upon I by use of an administrative procedure against a man with no breach of contract, wrong or harm done to you, as I believe I owe no debt? However, as an honorable man, if a debt does exist, I have no more to pay than $10 per month by way of postal money order. Any other amount will cause harm to I. So what I'm doing is I'm saying if I do owe a debt, I'm trying to be an honorable man. All this is based on religion, basically. So, forgive those trespasses as I have forgiven those trespasses against me. That's what this is. And then I go in to explain, is there anything else of value you will accept? Um, Additionally, you believe I owe a debt to you or a federal entity, none of which I agree to. I say if this does not provide remedy and you or any other man or woman continue to pursue your actions, I will require and convene in a court of law for you and I on the record for any man or woman who wishes to press a claim to testify under oath before a trial by jury for any wrong I have done or a debt or breach of contract so that I, an honorable man, may provide a remedy for any claims. So there I'm trying to say, if you keep pursuing that, I'm going to bring your fucking ass into state court, and you're going to have to prove how I owe you money, which they can't do. And then I say, however, if they can't prove it, then I'm gonna come after you for $1 million plus $1 a second. And there's where you throw in, I would be more than happy to forgive any trespass. So I want any trespass to be forgiven against I. This goes into my book. I'm not going to go into that right now, but you can go to my website, JohnTLong.com, and see my books. Learn about unworthiness program, which I did a video on that, and the solutions to get over your unworthiness. Then this is my second book, The Rainbow: A Journey to Unconditional Love. These are some magnetic and crystal wands that I make. There's my website. That's all I got for today.